because you really never know what they'll give you or what a seller will take until you let them speak. And your buyers don't know it, but they're unwittingly, literally, they're bidding on the property based on the size of the down payment. So I suppose it's no secret that we are most interested in ones with the most money. Can you imagine that? Because that is our front end payday. And by the way, folks, these things can be done in your IRA. Not going to get into that today, but when I get a chance to train you, we're going to talk about doing deals in your IRA and never pay taxes on them. But Ron, how do I know it'll work from here? Well, I haven't seen a city yet where it won't, but it will require you to make it work. My friends, there is no city in the United States or Canada, for that matter, that doesn't have houses for sale. And as long as that's the case, there's plenty of work for you to do and people who want to buy houses. It was that way long before I come along. It'll be that way long after I'm gone. So frankly, if you don't think it will work there, just think this. Is it working for anybody else? And if the answer is yes, of course, which it will be, the next question should be, well, what's wrong with me and what should I be doing now to fix it? Be careful. No matter what you do in life, people are going to try to steal your dreams. I bet you had a few of them come along, didn't you? Whitney?
Yes, I remember being at your boot camp and telling my boyfriend that I was going to do all these deals, and he tried to steal my dreams before I could even get out of class.
You mean your ex-boyfriend?
No, I mean my husband now. We had a long conversation. I did. He was a work in progress when I found him.
So how's that working out now?
Now when I tell him I'm going to do something, he just lets me go do it.
Is that because you brought home some checks?
I did. I got that shut-up check for him, not me.
Yeah, I got it. All right. So, guys, be careful to whom you listen, because there are plenty of people out there who are going to try to steal your dreams, tell you this won't work here, it's a scam and all that crap. But I will tell you, they're broke. Broke people cannot teach you how to be rich, but they all have an endless supply of advice, which is usually worth exactly what it costs, which is nothing. So, you know, broke people cannot teach you how to get rich. So, and even if they have your last name. So be careful to whom you listen. Hey, look at that. Who's this?
Yay, it's me.
Is this your first testimonial letter you sent us? I don't know.
Yes, it is. And this came from the virtual assistants. They found this, and I went and talked to that seller that night, got it under contract, and I go into a lot of details here, but I made $15,000 in just over 8 weeks on this deal.
That's your shut-up check?
That's the first one.
Okay. Folks, that means she made a copy of the check, and next time somebody challenges her on the business and tries to steal her dream, she just shows them a picture of the check and says, "Shut up, go away." What? I got another one from you? Holy
That's
smoke.
right. 3 weeks later.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right. What's this? 7,000?
This deal came from one of my sorority sisters who saw that I was into real estate off just me posting on Facebook, and she said, "Hey, we're going to have a baby. We got to go." And I said, "Great, I'll take over your payments." And I found somebody that wanted to take it from me.
Yeah, and you made $7,000 for what you know, huh?
That's right.
It's not like you did any work or anything.
No, it's beautiful.
So you got $7,000 you didn't deserve or earn, huh? But no refunds, eh?
I mean, I answered some phone calls.
Third one. Holy crap, is this whole thing about you?
Maybe it's the Whitney Show.
I haven't seen these before. I didn't know they went out and got all your testimonial letters, which we appreciate, incidentally. Yep. All right, so how much you make on this one? I don't see it up here.
I can't remember. I've done so many now that they all, 5, 10, 15,000. I sold another house last month, got 20,000 on it, and it was a $140,000 house. So there's money to be made out there and people to help.
I heard that's true. All right, let's get out of Whitney right now. This guy's up in New Jersey. This is his $30,000 first check. By the way, we work with him when we do 4-day events. When we get up in that area, he helps us find the ugly houses. Great guy, too. You know Dan?
I don't know that name. I'll have to find him.
He's a great guy. San Diego, look at here. It even works in California. I love this letter because this guy was a teacher and football coach. He made $37,000 up front on his first deal, and he made $46,000 on the back end. And that's twice as much he's making any entire year teaching. I mean, look, we love teachers, but I have no problem with them going out and making some extra money while they're doing it. Good old John from Houston, Texas. This is a wholesale deal that he sent us. And Andrew's from Texas as well, 35,000 net. That's not what Andrew looks like, by the way. I don't know what they got to do in there. And they come from all over. Massachusetts, $40,800. And folks, we love getting these. We get them almost every single week. You ought to come down to our building in Jacksonville. They're all over all the walls. And frankly, this is what drives us sometimes and makes this thing whole worthwhile. Todd and Alicia Foster from Minnesota, this is their first deal, $36,000. And that was 2 or 3 years ago. And they are mentors of ours now, and they help coach some of our students along. Great couple as well. Very active business. So I'm going to give you a chance to learn this business if you want to. If you like what you hear and give you a great deal, then you're going to have to make a decision whether you want to get in or out. So here's what you're going to learn. Basically, pretty much everything we've been talking about today. How to run this business from beginning to end, how to generate leads, how to get them all handled for you, how to follow up with the calls on the ones that pass the sniff test, and how to convert them to deals, how to get them in their contract, and then how to quickly sell them. And actually, we don't sell them. We lease option them. Well, in cases where you want to sell with owner financing when we sell them, but both the processes are the same and just as easy. So step by step all the way through it. And then how to repeat it 2 or 3 times a month like Whitney does, like I do. But let's start with getting that first check because that's the most important one. What do we call that first check, Whitney?
The shut-up check.
The shut-up check, correct. Okay, we're going to focus on how to build residual income now that lasts for years and grow a flock of golden geese. Again, I teach wholesaling and I teach rehabbing, but I'll tell you, rehabbing is the hardest way to make money in real estate. Wholesaling is fast and easy, but remember all the downside we went over earlier. One check, you got to get up every day and keep on generating checks or you got no income. And I got a lot of professionals coming to me from all walks of life who have finally figured out when they stop working, or their hands don't work or they can't work anymore, their income stops, and that's a scary, scary thought. So the goal is to get that average monthly spread up. Get it up. I don't know. You're up there, and you got a lot of low-priced houses where you live up there in Knoxville, but honestly, I think most of our listeners are probably in a little higher dollar market than you. But I can tell you, folks, even on these cheap houses, it ain't hard to get a $300 a month, sometimes $500 or more spread between what you're collecting in rent and what you're paying out on the underlying debt. Don't take very many of them to be out of a job. What's your average spread? Do you have any idea, Whitney? I've sprung that one on you. Probably don't have, I've never looked it up, have you?
Well, it's about $350. About
$350?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And of course, that depends on the price range of house you're working in. So honestly, I ain't very interested in a house that don't get me about at least $300 a month. Positive cash flow. And remember, folks, your tenant buyers are doing all the work. There's no repairs. You don't get any calls to unplug their toilet or whatever else. They don't call you. That's clear in the agreements up front, signed in front of an attorney. They accept the responsibility for 100% of the repairs. And by the way, all you landlords listening, you just remember that. I will never straight rent a house ever. I've done enough of them. Why would I straight rent a house when I can lease option a house, collect thousands of dollars up front, and put all the repairs on the tenant buyer? It would make no sense to me. All right, here's what's in this thing. Agreements with all the samples and instructions, all the scripts, buy and sell, and a class on agreements, automated selling system, and the systems manuals all built right in to this course. There's 14 hours of training in it. And it comes with a 90-day helpline. That means for 5 days a week, 7 hours a day, you've got a phone number you can call and get all your questions answered as many times as you want and as often as you want, by phone and by email. So the support is there for you on the back end, so you're not out there by yourself. And honestly, I don't want anybody to be out there yourself, because in the heat of the deal, you'll need help, and it may cost you the deal if you don't have that help. I spent 2 hours structuring deals that we generated in class, wherever I taped them, and that's on here for you. So you'll see how we actually, what we do with these things when we get them and how we go about negotiate them and what's the exit strategy is. I do that on stage so you can see it on video. And I spent a whole hour of me calling sellers, and this is the only place you'll get that at, with me on the phone calling sellers and see how I handle the call. And by the way, that's a key ingredient, my friends. Is how you handle that call. Once you get to the point to where you can handle that call and have confidence doing it, frankly, this becomes real easy and you make a lot less calls and get a lot more deals. Would you agree with that, ma'am?
Yes, I would.
It was, when you started, did you struggle with handling that call?
I really did, and I'm sure I sounded like a fool.
Well, everybody does when they start. You know, I teach everybody, you suck. And you do. But not for long, I hope.
No.
Because I'm going to teach you to practice and how to do it and how to record it and how to fix your own mistakes and all of that. That's part of the game. But once you master that call, this is really not hard at all. And then, frankly, if it was me, I'd replace myself as quick as possible so I didn't even have to make the calls. Remember, I'm the guy that wrote the book. The less I do, the more I make. We'll ship you the manual so you don't have to download and print it. But for the rest of it, we're going to send to you digitally so you can literally start watching this on your phone or your iPad or on your computer the minute you get it. And it will come out the day of or the day after you say yes to my amazing offer I'm about to give you. So, all right, Ron, what's this going to cost me? What difference does it make? It doesn't make any difference what it costs because, frankly, I'm not going to let you take any risk anyway. So you can buy it with 4 payments of $299. Whitney, I think you'll attest. I had never sold it for that price before. Yeah. Or $897 for the whole thing if you want to prepay it. And so what'd you pay? You remember what you paid for it?
I paid $12.97. Oh my goodness, do I get a rebate?
Well, we'll talk offline.
Goodness, what a deal.
Yeah, it is. So anyway, there's the cost, $897 for this offer. And you can call or you can go online to the site you see there and order it immediately. But wait, there's more. I'm not done yet. If you prepay it, I'm going to waive that last payment. So now your total cost is only $897 instead of 4 payments of $299, which are $1,200 give or take. Or you decide. We'll take it either way. You have a money back, unconditional guarantee for 30 days. I don't need a reason. If you don't like it, just tell us and we'll refund your money. And, you know, that's got to be a kind of a risky offer on our part since we're delivering it to you digitally. It's kind of hard to get the course back, isn't it? So, you know what, though? If you want out, you're out. If you think it's not for you, or if you don't like the way I talk, just tell us. We're going to refund your money. I don't want anybody in our world that doesn't want to be in our world. And you'll find that's the reason we've been here. And I've been teaching this thing for 32 years now, and we're still around after my 37-year career. We're still here. Can't say that about most companies that teach this business. So here's how you're going to get it free. There's going to be a certificate that comes with it that says if you do any kind of a terms deal within 90 days and prove it to us, I'm going to send you a check for $1,000. That's right, $1,000. It'll be a check and it'll be sent in the mail. And by the way, if I send you a check for $1,000, you better frame it because it's probably the last check you're going to get from me for anything. So, yeah, okay, copy it first and then frame it. But I love to send you the checks. I love to send them to you. And you've got the whole 90 days to do the deal. And that's any kind of a terms deal. And so, honestly, if I send you a check for $1,000, then you could say I'm paying you to get started. Right? Well, you might ask, well, why are you doing that, Ron? Well, A, because I can. And B, if it takes a shameless bribe to get you going, then so be it. And I'm happy to do it. I promise you I am. And for if you don't think we send these checks out, think again. We fire them out almost every single week, $1,000. And honestly, any deal, well, I'm sorry, it's got to net at least $3,000 and you got to prove it to us. And that's all it takes. So, hey, take me up on my offer. Beat me at my own game and let me send you a $1,000 check. Did I make that offer when I don't think I did when you came in. No? Well,
no.
Okay. All right.
Did I still get $1,000?
No. No.
I waited too long.
You waited too long. Okay. Now look, I'm going to include $1,000 certificate.